Hey guys, and welcome back. Well, not welcome back. Welcome to Dark Eye Warrior. Everything good now? Everything calm down? I already recorded like 16 minutes of this, but my OBS wasn't capturing, so I had to download the capture card software. Then the software turned my computer into 1080 by I don't know what it was. But it turned my computer to 1080. It was a different thing. It wouldn't go over 1080. My mom says natural resolution is for 2K. Say 2K. 4040p, whatever, 4040p. And so I was figuring why I wouldn't do that. And I went to settings. I have to go to settings, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I saw that out. It's on the main. It's on OBS. I can see it on OBS. Well, the problem was, the whole game was on OBS and my main monitor. I'm like, okay, what's this problem? Oh, it's because when I was opening up the software, it made my second monitor my main monitor, and a bunch of other different problems happened. Like my OBS text was smaller, like it was like little miniature. A lot of stuff just happened. Just throwing that out there because of the frustration. But it is working. Got the capture card working, the game working, the audio, everything's
By the
good.
gods, this is a good start. Where did these people set up their tent?
There we go, everything's working now.
If there's nothing around the next bend, I'm turning around. Finally. Hey you, little girl. Giacomo Nauta sent me. I'm here about the riddle. Do you speak Goretti? I'm a friend. Giacomo told you I would come.
He spoke of the hero of Andergast, a strong, courageous and clever man. Not someone I could slice open from head to foot in the blink of an eye.
I am the hero of Andergast.
Can you do magic? Heal things with fairy magic? The way the hero healed the dreams of an Andergastrian was magic?
It wasn't quite like that, but yes. I can repair things magically.
Then prove it. This before me is the flying fortress Kashalri. I recreated it from my dreams. But no matter what I do, it keeps tipping over. Use your magic to make it stand up, and I'll let you see my father.
Piece of cake.
Click on the fortress, game make a way center, and click the button.
A small fortress made of sticks. It keeps tipping over.
Use your magic to make it stand up, and I'll let you see my father.
No magic necessary here.
Yeah, it has a spell, can use this to show up valuable things. Okay, yep. Oh, so there's one thing now. Usually separate.
Watch and learn.
Learn that you have a big mouth?
The fortress isn't broken, it's just badly made.
Don't make excuses. Use your magic to make it stand up, and I'll let you see my father.
The stick forge isn't interesting object, clearly display all hotspots. Press the spacebar now. Take a claw, look around and explore your surroundings. Okay. I just have that. Oh, okay, that's a lot easier. You carry the bottle, items can be used to other items, hotspot, moving, yep.
I'm not going back. All right, I have my own knife. The fortress would fit perfectly in the bottle, but how am I supposed to get it in there?
You're supposed to do magic. I have my own. What are you doing?
Don't worry, I just want to try something.
Yep, I know.
Oh,
May I go in now?
Papa, there's someone here claiming to be a hero.
Send him in.
If you truly are the hero, then you're a bit boring. You remind me more of a stupid, grumpy peasant.
I'm a bird catcher, and I no longer care what others think of me. I rescued a fairy, and I freed a kingdom. I don't have to prove anything to anyone.
All right, go in. But watch your back, I'm right behind you.
Ah, Geron, how nice. Come, sit. Sit.
Are you Fahi?
Yes, sit down. Did you find this place all right?
Yeah. I was told that you sell a spell that can permanently change a person's form.
A person's or an animal's, but everything in its time. Tea?
All right.
Ah, a man of taste. That's good. Andergast is cold, is it not?
It's all right. But about that spell.
Of course. You understand that permanent physical transformation is a formidable power. It demands a great deal of courage to request such power.
I have my reasons.
I know. Giacomo told me as much. You know my price.
Giacomo said something about a riddle.
Correct. You like riddles, Geron, don't you?
No. As long as they're solvable.
As long as they can be solved.
Don't worry. You'll carry it with you for a while, twist it and turn it in your mind, and perhaps even despair briefly. But when you finally solve it, the reward will be much sweeter.
Where did you get this riddle anyway?
For more than 3 moons, my daughter and I have both had the same dream every night. It's even more wondrous that this dream tells a true story, a memory from a time 450 years ago, when our world faced its greatest battle. I will now tell you the beginning of the dream. You don't need to know more. And then the riddle. If you can solve it, you'll receive the power to restore your beloved.
And if not?
Geron, you are the hero of Andergast. Of course you'll solve it. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good. The dream begins, as I said, 450 years ago, in an ancient vault far beneath my home city of Fazar. The powers of darkness threaten the land, and the great and decisive battle is imminent. When one night, a group of heroes enters the tomb of an ancient Mogul mage.
Oh, Jesus. That's a bit loud. Chapter 1.
Prepare yourselves. I shall open the burial chamber now. Are we all here?
All here, for crying out loud.
It could have been worse.
Sure, we could have lost the mute Farkina too, or the dainty princess who can't fight.
Calm yourself, Shabib. You're not the only one whose nerves are frayed.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did the princess have to see a little blood? Did it break her tender heart?
Yes. Crack. Now you'll have to endure me without one.
Princess Zadia, Alric, we must stick together. The legendary mask of Malakar lies within this burial chamber. If we succeed in bringing it to the Holy Army in the Rashtulian Wall, the battle against the demons will be mere child's play.
If we succeed, and these walls don't swallow us up first.
I'm working as fast as I can. I can't find the lock. Give me a moment. It has to be here somewhere.
Okay, before we do anything, let's just turn that cinematic down a bit in case there's any more. I put down 50.
Stay away from the Guardians, Princess. Even their detached limbs still have some life in them.
I hope that was the last. The Guardians are more fragile than they look. The Guardians are more fragile than they look. They're watching me. I feel a throbbing, and they're warm, like a sick heart. I'm not touching that. It looks sticky and poisonous. It looks like blood.
I got a ruby.
A finely worked ornamental arch with swirls and patterns. There are grooves here.
Letters? Can you read them?
No, they're just grooves, nothing more.
Now to get the key into the lock, and then the door will be open.
Where do you see a lock? The door is covered in filth.
What does a princess know about filth?
Enough to know that it can be washed off. That's good news for you, isn't it?
What are you trying to say?
Shh. Silence, please. I need quiet. Stay back.
Why did the Furkina people cast you out?
None of your business.
True, your past is your problem alone. All that counts is that you lead us safely through the mountains to the army.
I just want my money, and soon.
Stay away from the... Even their...
I feel it quite clearly. Something in these stones lives and breathes. No, that won't get me any... He wouldn't like that. I'd rather not. My Almandin, my wrathful eye, my mournful heart. I would never exchange it for anything in the world. He's a good warrior, but he doesn't deserve to be told so. Mage,
Princess?
what do we do next?
We force our way into the burial chamber of the Mughal and steal the Mask of Malakar. Then we take it over the peaks of the Rashtulian Wall to the Holy Army before they march into battle.
And there we triumph, or perish miserably.
The future of this world is in our hands.
Why is it called the Holy Army?
The Holy Army is an army of clerics. Only with the holy might of the gods, so it is believed, can we withstand the attacking hordes of demons.
You said the army is advancing over the Rashtulian mountains. Why such a difficult route?
Most of the passes are guarded by the legions of evil. In addition, there's a magical place across the peaks of the Rashtulian wall where they hope to forge a final, crucial alliance. We'll join the army there.
How deep are we?
Only the gods know. Fazar was built up layer by layer on the ruins of older dynasties. Beneath that lay vaults as ancient as the land itself. This burial chamber, for example, was erected 2,000 years ago by the last living Mughal mage, Malakar. It is said he was a grand master of elemental and transformation magic. He could bend ore and earth to his will with the snap of his fingers. These halls were his greatest and last piece of work.
Are you sure that the mask waits behind these walls?
Yes, quite sure. No one knows where the Mughal Malakar obtained the mask, or if he even created it himself. But he was so obsessed with it and its power that he ultimately took it with him to his grave. It's also said that he never succeeded in awakening its true power while he lived.
What does it do?
They say that the wearer of the mask can turn any lost battle, indeed any defeat and any loss at all, into an enduring victory.
How could it come to this? An invasion of evil in our age?
There are always dark times, Princess. But what exactly brought them about no longer matters. The only important thing is that we're prepared to fight. The greatest heroes of our age have gathered to fight the decisive battle in the Gorian desert.
And to go down in history forever.
If we win. Aren't you starting to get tired of prattling?
He's right. We have to continue.
Do you have no more questions?
Why exactly did you choose us as companions?
Who are you talking about in particular?
Did you specifically look for a princess?
No. I sent for a Ptolemid scholar, but those are hard to find in these bloody days. Only a few are able to defend themselves and not fall victim to the marauding bands currently battling for dominance in Fazar.
The streets of Fazar have always been a screaming nightmare.
And thus, it's an even greater miracle that you survived there for so long. You're the outcast heiress of a toppled ruler. I would not have bet my ducats on you.
What was Haroon's role?
He was your personal bodyguard. He was supposed to protect you.
Which he did. Right up until the end.
I am sorry about him.
He knew the risks. The important thing is that you're still alive.
How did a mage like you come to lead a group such as this?
I wanted to join the army in Punin when a nobleman from Fazar told me about the mask. The rest was a question of money and determination.
Will Raghvan really accompany us to the end?
Yes. As soon as we're finished here, he'll lead us through the Rashtulian wall to the Holy Army. He grew up in those mountains. He knows the way better than any other.
You do know that Farkina's an outcast, don't you? Even his own people fear him.
We have no other choice. We need him.
Can that mercenary over there do anything other than hit things and yell?
That's more than you can do, Poppet.
Alric keeps the monsters at bay. He's a good man.
Enough of that. What's the problem?
The lock is hidden. I can't find it. Some sort of secret mechanism. Perhaps an objectum disapparatic.
Whatever it may be, you have to open it.
What did you call me before?
Shabib. That's Tula Media for little boy.
Without me, you'd be long dead.
Please, no quarrels.
She started it.
They're watching me. They're watching me. I hope that was the last.
Stay away from the Guardians, Princess. Even their detached limbs still have some life in them.
There are grooves here.
Letters?
No. A finely worked ornamental art. It looks like blood.
Do you have a death wish? You saw what kind of creatures are running around out there. If this is what the princesses in this country are like, I would hate to see the kings.
Don't worry, you won't. The last Caliph of Fazar was skinned alive 5 moons ago.
Was he a tyrant?
Yes, like every ruler in this city. Besides...
What?
Did you see the tattoo on her arm? I believe it's the mark of Malakar. She's a direct descendant.
We brought the great-great-great-great-granddaughter of an accursed Mogul mage monster into his burial chamber. Are you out of your mind?
She's a good person, trust me, and we'll soon need her.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry about your broken legs. It's very lonesome down here. But one step closer, and we'll break your neck as well. It was that way when we arrived. Who knows if we would have won otherwise? A large hand, nothing else. The legacy of these hands held me prisoner my whole life. But today, I will finally free myself. Oh, Kasim, you'll regret what you've done to me. The mage brought down the Mogul's earring in order to break the back of the chief guardian. But Haroun was already beyond help. Even if we have to smash the entire burial chamber, I will triumph. The only way in or out is the door. I have to get in there and find the weapon, or else it was all for nothing. Who will see you down here? Who will worship you? Pay homage to you? Very soon, I'll be 1,000 times greater than you ever were. And unlike you, I won't end up in a dark hole. The image of the Mogul mage who ruled thousands of years ago and now lies buried here. He looks like a gigantic dwarf. It's said that an ancient being lives in these halls. It has 2 horse legs and an emerald lance, and hunts down every grave robber until the end of his days. If we make it to the battle, that won't be very long. I don't deserve to return. Not without the mask.
Man, there's a lot of stuff to click here. That your bodyguard?
Skewered by his own torch. What an unworthy death.
How did that happen?
It would take too long to get him down. We're running out of time. It's hanging just out of reach. He was a fool, but he had the sense to think of things the rest of us didn't consider. Whatever he has on him could help us. The burial chamber lies behind this. If only I could pull it down somehow. Another guardian. We couldn't kill him, so we had to hack off his legs. You remind me of the palace guards I once knew. But unlike them, you were against me from the beginning and didn't stab me in the back later. Thanks, I suppose. I don't hear anything except the puzzled mumbling of the mage and the furious self-pity of the warrior. It borders on the miraculous that we've made it this far. The entrance to the tomb is behind this. He's so big, but we noticed him too late. I can't believe how stupid we were. Bastard. The remains of the colossal earring. That's what finally broke the creature's back. Let the warrior mouth off as much as he likes. In the end, it was the mage who saved our necks. Bastard. Our rope. If only we had noticed the Guardians from the other side. Ah, just listen to yourself. How pathetic you are. Haroon had to die. We all have to be prepared to die. That's the sacrifice we must make in order to rise above our miserable existence. That's our way here, and our way back.
Let's see, what's this? Hair sponge, bandages, and alcohol. Cooking alcohol.
A roll of bandages. That can't be cut. I'd rather not. You're bleeding?
I don't need a bandage. My battle fury makes the pain tolerable.
Impressive. Stand aside.
Under no circumstances should you touch the door.
Fine, then you'll have to do it.
What do you think you're doing?
There is no hidden mechanism. The door is just filthy. Brush it off, and you'll find your lock.
Hmm? Step back. The 6 legs open the 6 locks. By all 12 gods!
This is going so well.
Relax. I know you just want to help, but I can manage.
We'll have to glue it.
I cannot simply tie the key together. It would not hold. The crust is too dry to be wiped away with that. I cannot simply tie the key together. The Guardian.
Stay away from the even their I'm trying to push the pieces of the beetle so they interlock, but it doesn't work. They won't stay in place.
You better stay away from me.
Gladly. You don't talk much, do you? Correct. I don't even know where I should start. That won't lead to... I mustn't lose sight. I need to be thrifty with the bandage. I don't have much. I'd rather not. He wouldn't like... Now the blade is sticky. Here, glue the leg with this.
Hey, there we go.
It's ready. Do you see the glowing inscription, Ulrich? Ancient Tula Media is a dead language spoken only by a very few, by even fewer, since the spiritual leaders of this city were executed together with their caliph. One must be educated to read this script. Educated like a child from a noble family. Educated, like the last princess of Fazar. That's the reason we brought you. Now, tell me, what's the answer to the riddle on the chamber?
The gods be with me.
What? What do you read?
I can't tell you. It would change too much.
This is why we brought her?
I don't understand. Princess? Princess, where are you? By the 12, it's dark.
I'm over here.
Ah! Ow! Watch out for the beetle key when you leave. It's lying on the ground along with the door. If it breaks, we'll be locked in here.
What's that smell?
Alric, don't come in. There's gas in the air. Shine the torch carefully through the door, but stay outside. And no magic. Astral energy could trigger a trap. Be careful where you set foot, Princess.
Difficult without light.
If you know a way to make light without fire or magic, then tell me.
Ow! I cut my hand. The hook is now covered in my blood. It's covered in my blood because I'm too stupid to watch out in the dark. You once said that the mask doesn't look like a mask.
Yes. It has the form of 2 tentacles with children's hands.
Really? Fine. Then this is really just a dirty silver platter. It's much too heavy for me to be able to move it. Have you found anything?
Yes, I believe so, but I have to see it to be sure.
There's a ring hanging on the pillar. Apparently, the pillar was movable once. This is as far as the torchlight reaches. A bowl and an incense stick. The stick should burn well without that. There's a small crack in the wall somewhere. I can't get it open any farther with my hands, and even if I could, the light wouldn't be enough to illuminate the whole chamber. I have to make light some other way. That should be enough.
By the...
Is that it?
Yes. Yes, that's it. The Mask of Malakar. With that, we will win the battle against the demons once and for all.
Ayal, a guardian.
Guard the door. If the beetle key is damaged, we'll be locked in here.
Whoa.
Come on then. Yalla. Kill me. My life isn't worth much anyway. Weakling. I can see his outline in the dark. He's no longer moving. He's buried beneath the Guardian. I might be able to free him with magic, but not with my bare hands. The flames in his eyes are hot. Of course, there's no gas in the air here. Otherwise, the fire in his eyes would have blown up the Guardian's head a long time ago. The flames in his...
How's that helping me?
Huh? What's that? Blood? Smoke? The staff? What does that mean?
I have this blood and smoke. Yeah, I got the blood. I got the incense, yeah. And I just need stuff.
Is that my hand? And my blood in the bowl? I've learned my Nothing. The bandage is now soaked with blood.
Ah, welcome,
What was that? Who are you? What are you doing in my head? Hello?
You must touch me if you want to hear me, Shahrazad.
Are you a demon?
To be honest, Shahrazad, I have no idea. I can't remember. All at once, I was here, in the dark, chained fast, countless centuries ago.
You're lying.
Not at all. I've seen the rise and fall of every mote of dust in this chamber. It's only my own story that I don't know.
Why do I hear you in my head?
That comes from your blood, which you sacrificed to me.
I've made a pact with a demon?
Forgive me. I should have warned you beforehand.
Open that door. You can do that, can't you?
I'm afraid not. No.
Then what can you do?
I can light the braziers and extinguish them, and I can give orders to the Guardians.
Awaken the Guardians and order them to tear down the gate.
But then you'll run away and leave me behind. Many millennia will pass before another princess stumbles into the cave.
You know who I am?
Yes, I heard your talk outside the burial chamber. What would you say to another pact? I'll help you get out of the burial chamber, and you'll take me with you. Princess and court magician, mistress and servant. Together we'll conquer the world.
Deal.
What? Really? Who would be stupid enough to free a frightening creature like me so carelessly?
I take what I can get.
You frighten me.
Light the torches.
Let us do that together, Shahrazad. Turn your bright eyes upon the darkness and concentrate. As long as you're touching me, you can speak to me, but you can also cast my spell. Behold the glories of my master's final resting place. By my ancestors, you're beautiful.
So we have an agreement?
Yes, we do.
Good. You're stuck.
I have been hanging here for a very long time, after all. You'll need to loosen the bracket and pull me toward the sky with a strong jerk.
Oh. You remember the sky?
The sky. Freedom. The sparks and sounds of language. Some things one never forgets.
He's buried beneath the Guardian. I might be able to free him with magic, but not with my bare hands.
Anybody there? I'm to the warrior and everything. Oh, the warrior's dead.
Hey! Help! I'm locked in here! Help! Rahwan! If you're still alive, show yourself!
The Fakina doesn't seem to like you much, Princess.
He's probably dead.
Or he abandoned you.
All I see are lurking shadows. For anything else, I need light. All I see are... For anything else... They're too big and heavy. My will alone is not enough to move them. I can no longer find the crack. There was a crack of light here somewhere.
You can worry about that when you get the stuff out. Sorry, I'm just getting more comfortable. Right. What else do we have? Got a chain.
At one end, the magic staff. At the other, a heavy metal ball. Now what? Where does it go?
Down the hole.
There, I freed you. Now what?
Now, I finally have legs, and I'm no longer alone.
I meant, how do we get out of here?
We don't. Nobody can escape these walls.
But you said...
Oh, Shahrazad, this is the darkest hole, the likes of which the world has never known. Here, even nothingness means nothing at all. Not even the promise a piece of wood makes to one who is doomed. But let's be friends nonetheless. We could play with the light, or awaken the Guardian, or...
Even if you will not, I will abide by our agreement. I'll find a way out of here, and if you help me, I'll take you with me.
Shahrazad?
And stop calling me Butterfly. I'm not a butterfly, and we're not friends. From now on, you'll do what I say.
What if I won't?
Then I'll toss you into an even deeper hole, where absolutely no one will ever find you again.
As you command, mistress. You're too kind, mistress.
The mage and the mask lie buried underneath.
Oh, don't make the effort. You've got me, after all, the most powerful mage these halls have ever seen.
You only know one spell.
But it's very versatile, my ignorant mistress. Ksh! Move!
He's still holding the mask. And Haroon's dagger. You're still alive?
Take the mask away from here.
Calm yourself. Gather your strength.
Mistress, don't you see he's as good as dead?
Have you no pity?
Do you?
Where should I take the mask?
To Draconia. To the prince.
To the prince? What prince? Galved? Are you still there?
Yeah, he's
He
dead.
lies bleeding on the ground, and you pepper him with questions. You truly have no pity, do you?
I do, but pity would not have changed anything.
It would have made you more human.
Says a talking staff. The Guardian's limbs have mercilessly crushed him. Make light.
Direct my spell at a magical source of fire, and your wish shall be my command.
I don't see one.
That's because there aren't any here.
All I see are lurk. For anything else, I need light.
Let there be eternal darkness.
Eternal darkness. You can turn them on again any time.
Mistress, I know I'm no poet, but please, leave my flowery language alone.
No. That's it. The stone is too hard. There's a small crack in the wall somewhere. Wake him.
What should he do, mistress? Give up. The wall is too thick. Haven't you tormented him enough?
It's only a monster, created to fight and kill blindly.
Yes. Poor Abu.
I don't need a fireball there. I don't need a fire... I don't need a...
Why do I need a fireball?
I don't need a I don't need a fireball there. He's dead. He's already got it.
Crushing.
He can't reach.
There we go. Now we can light that up and see the other side.
Let there be light! A grand burial chamber just for you.
We'll see about that. He's dead too. I hope Rahwan at least escaped. He's beyond help. I can't reach it.
That was a long shot.
I still can't reach. The staff is just...
I'll take that as a compliment.
But in its current form, it's totally useless as a scoop. No, that's not it. I hate this door.
A sweet little worm, isn't it?
It serves its purpose. I don't see any connection. No.
Thanks, mistress, but I'm jittery enough already.
No, that's not it.
Okay. The staff is not long enough, so why don't you just...
What are you doing? I can't see a thing.
I'm wrapping the bandage around your horns.
Whatever for?
You'll find out eventually. Once was enough. I can't... No.
Okay.
got it.
Do I have to tell you how humiliating that was?
No, I'm perfectly aware. It wouldn't stay there. It's sticky now.
I'm always at your...
It's too narrow to climb through. Another hole has opened.
How's that help us?
It's too narrow to... Another hole has opened. That won't get me anywhere.
So why do I need to open that hole?
It's lying right in front of the door.
A sweet little worm, isn't it?
It serves its... I can't reach it. That won't lead to...
If you want to wake him, then cast my spell on him. The arm lacks the support to strike hard enough. It's holding on tight. Now what? A sweet little worm.
It serves its purpose.
Now I have to do something in the hole?
It's too narrow. Another hole.
Huh? Okay.
Better not.
Can't really do anything.
Do you really want to crush him, Highness?
No, he doesn't deserve that.
He can't reach it either.
No. No. Another hole has opened.
Okay.
Order the Guardian to pull down the door.
Okay, we just match it.
Harder. Make him pull harder.
He can't. The door is too strong for him.
If this one can't do it, then another one will have to.
Ah, Princess, that won't do any good. I've had eons to try and pull down these walls, and I haven't succeeded. Why should a girl achieve so much more in a short time than I did in a millennia? Awaken! Accept it finally and give up. The Guardians are much too weak.
I'm too far away. I can't reach. The Colossus is also a Guardian, right? Wake him.
Charizard, are you really sure?
I said wake him.
As you wish.
Take the Guardian and pull.
Jesus.
What was that?
I tore open a door through pure force of will.
No, you laughed like a young girl.
Hey,
You? You're still alive?
I waited.
You could have helped me.
You have the mask. Where's my money?
Our employer is dead. You'll get your money if you help me get out of here and take me through the mountains to Draconia. Wait. Stop. I'll pay you.
You?
You forget. I'm a princess.
What do you have?
You will have this silver platter in payment.
Silver is not enough.
As the daughter of the Caliph, I possess wealth beyond your imagining.
The Caliph is dead. The palace plundered. I was there.
If you take me safely to our destination, you'll receive my most precious possession. My Almandin. It's worth more than anything else you'll ever hold in your hands.
Huh. Good. Draconia for the ruby.
Deal.
He'll make a poor servant to you.
At least I know what to make of him.
May I ask you something else? Because I don't understand you. Why are you doing all this? You're rich, beautiful. You have power. What else do you want to achieve?
I want to go to war, and I need a weapon.
But why?
To win the battle. To be immortalized in history. 1,000 years from now, people will tell tales of my deeds and whisper my name in awe. Sadia al-Kabir, the greatest heroine the world has ever seen.
Uh-huh. I can't do anything, by the way.
Sadia al-Kabir? Never heard of her.
Neither you nor anyone else. The poor girl has been utterly forgotten.
How does the story continue?
With the help of the Frakina, Sadia took the mask over the Rashtulian wall to Draconia. She joined the troops there and went to battle. But those are all unimportant details. Don't concern yourself with them. Only one thing matters. The riddle I shall now tell you. The inscription on the burial chamber.
Do I understand you correctly? The glowing inscription on the burial chamber, that's the riddle?
Quite correct. An archaic inscription written in ancient Talamedia. As an educated Talamede princess, Sadia was the only one who could read it. I created a transcription from my memory, and an old friend translated it for me. It reads, as the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone. Enter if to you the answer is known. If not, then forever your life I'll own.
Eerie.
I believe Sadia knew the answer, else she would never have entered the chamber.
But why didn't she tell the others? Didn't she send them all to their doom that way?
I see you paid attention. I give you 3 days to solve the riddle. On the 4th day, I'll move on, whether you know the answer or not.
And if I solve it by then?
You shall have what you want from me. A spell of the mightiest transformation. A spell which transforms any living being into any form you desire.
Deal.
I like you, Geron. I'm certain our business will turn out well for both of us.
Believe me, I hope so too. Strange fellow. Nuri, I'm back. I think I found someone who can help you. Nuri?
I'm here.
What's wrong?
My wound opened. My wing is bleeding again.
Oh no. Were you playing with animals again? You're a raven now. You can't do that anymore.
I wasn't playing. It just opened again.
It doesn't look too bad. You lie and rest. I'll make a salve for you.
Hey, you tied up this place nicely.
Ho ho, Nuri. I, King Chestnut, bid you good evening.
Good evening, King Chestnut.
Why so sad, my lovely?
I don't know. Right now, I just want to sleep.
Oh, that's a very wise idea. It's so wise that I hereby officially appoint you to be my Minister of Sleep.
Oh, thank you, dear King.
You have earned this title honestly.
Do you like your new bird tree?
Yes. Geron, why must I be a fairy again before we can leave here?
Because that's what you are. A fairy, not a raven. And Giacomo says we need to hurry about changing you back. He says that a fairy soul is a tender thing. Who knows what'll happen if it stays in the wrong body for too long. And it's much easier for me to protect you here than it would be on the road. If only you would let me protect you. I just built that for her last week. Nuri's old chestnut mannequin. Nothing in there that could help Nuri. I never thought I could fix that after last winter.
You got anything else in here? Jesus, yeah, it is.
Did it hurt when the artifact pulled your soul into the raven's body?
I don't know. It was worse before that. My fairy body was wilting away. That was much more painful.
I'm sorry. At that point, I could only save your soul, not your body. I often ask myself whether there wasn't another way after all. I tried everything. I asked Hazinda clerics, stole magic books from the school, made pacts with witches. Nothing and nobody can restore the power of the artifact. And anyway, Nuri's old body is lost forever. I hope this Fahi will keep his promise. For Nuri's salve of healing, I need to mix ground-up whirlweed with salve fat. Salve fat. I can only pray that the Lady Perina will allow the use of simple grease just this once. Good thing I hadn't put it away yet. I'll take them back during my next break-in. Books from the School of Magic about spells and alchemy. None of them could tell me how to transform Nuri back. It's filled with magic fairy water from Nuri's cave. Giacomo's bird bath is very pretty, isn't it? He said he found it in some fairy ruins in the blood barrier.
There are no birds in the fairy world.
Well, there's at least one big peacock.
Right, but that's all. Your world is much more beautiful.
I was still very young when they died. Do you miss your family, Nuri? The fairy queen and king?
A little, but I prefer not to look back. The animals and plants of this world are my family now.
That accursed harp. If it hadn't been for that, you'd still be yourself.
I don't want to think about that. It was so horrible.
The seer's fairy harp. It's finally destroyed, thank the gods. By Travia, it's all greasy. After I finished eating, I wanted to get to Fahi as fast as I could. I didn't have time to clean up. It'll take half the night to scrape out the fat with that. The fabric is falling apart more and more. Well, as soon as I solve Fahi's riddle, we'll be out of here. Right, Nuri?
I want to see the world.
But first you need your old body back. If I pull on this, I'll tear the whole curtain. I can barely keep up with the repairs as it is.
I love how he still has that broken wizard hat there.
If I pull on this, I'll tear the... I can barely... Useless undergrowth. I'll throw it out tomorrow. That horrible witch. She promised me that I could use the recipe to create a new body for Nuri. I'll never see those silver thalers again. No, I need to take care. I can't think of anything. I don't know. The skulls hail back to Gwynling's time.
They're disgusting. Why don't you take them down?
We need to keep up appearances. If anyone notices that I no longer catch birds and live with a talking raven instead, they'll burn us alive.
But you saved them all. You ought to let them know.
The bird catcher a hero? They'll all laugh at me. Anyway, I don't care what those idiots think of me.
But if they thought well of you, your life would be good.
Nuri, my life has been good. It was good to travel with you. It's enough for me that you know what we did. We need to keep up appearance. If anyone... As a bird catcher, I acquired quite a collection. First, I have to grind up the herbs somehow. Master Gwynling's old birdcage. You'll have to go back in there tomorrow, I'm afraid. At least until you can fly again. Otherwise, the Andergastrians will see that I'm traveling with a talking raven on my shoulder, and we'd be facing an angry mob again in no time. Nothing in there. I never thought I could fix that after last week. I can grind up the herb with the knife handle. There. I can't get it out of there with my bare hands.
God damn it. Yeah. Alright.
I ground up... Why? Nuri's old necklace. I'm carrying it with me until she can wear it again. By Travia, it's all green. It only works on fragile things. I don't need magic for that. Useless undergrowth. I'll throw it out. That horrible... I'll never see the...
Alright.
This is beyond... I'll cut out a rag.
There we go. We can carry the bag.
I still need some fat. The rag's now covered in fat. Perina, please let this fat be enough for Nuri's wound. It's all I have. There. And next, we'll make you a fairy again.
Did you meet the man?
Yes, I don't know if I can trust him though. But if Giacomo is right, then soon everything will be like it used to be. You will be as tall as a human again, and together we'll travel across Aventuria and have one adventure after another.
When do you think I'll be able to fly again?
Let's see how your wound is doing tomorrow. Maybe we can go and practice a little.
Fine. Sleep well, Geron.
Sleep well, and don't worry. Soon everything will be as it was. As the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone. Enter if to you the answer is known. If not, then forever your life...
Yeah, I know the cats. Yes. Oh, we're on chapter 2 already? Wow.
And
I'm
again,
talking to you.
This time you can do it.
I don't know.
Don't be discouraged. Think about something nice. Think about...
Victory over the evil, a virtue over
Think about the first time we met. You lived in a lonely cave for years, and together we found a way to finally free you, and all the things you've seen since then.
The first thing I saw were people who wanted to kill me.
Yes, But you've also seen nice things. Do you remember? Do you remember that dwarf in the Tash Mountains?
The one with the blue beard? He was funny.
And the knight, Bogomil Rathling?
The two of them were always arguing.
And the grouchy fisherman? And Izida, the gypsy? I'm sorry, I forgot about Izida. Nuri, you must have one nice memory. Do you remember... Remember the orcs and how I had to distract them? Wasn't that exciting?
They were eating so peacefully. And then you sent them off to war, just to get rid of them.
They were orcs. Orcs are always going off to war. But all right, it's time you become a fairy again. Do you remember how happy and carefree you used to be?
Of course I remember. That makes me even sadder.
Come on, that's enough for today.
Do I have to go back in the cage?
Unfortunately, yes. With a pet raven on my shoulder, the Andergastrians will immediately take me for a warlock again. I'm glad those days are over.
Oh well.
On the way back, let's stop by Fi's tent. He has such a carefree manner. I'm sure he'll raise your spirits.
Geron?
Yes?
I want to be like I was in former times too, but I don't know how. So much has happened.
We'll manage somehow.
I'll be right back, guys. And I'm gonna eat some food, so I'm gonna mute my mic.
This is where we met for the first time.
You were trying to catch me like a bird.
How was I to know you'd be so big and so stubborn?
You're a fine one to talk.
You're right. Even if we don't have a whole lot in common, we can certainly agree on that. Who are those people?
These statues scare me.
They look like the pillars from Fai's tale, only with faces. Hey there, what's going on?
Bryder, I can't work like this.
Master Bodiak?
This man is disturbing my investigation. Talk to him, send him away. I have no time for this sort of thing.
I'm sorry, but the School of Arcane Combat of Andergast has closed off this area until further notice. You should go home.
What happened here?
A mob from the city wanted to chase a traveling merchant out of the country, and this is what became of them. Ta-da! Ancient Tulamid pillars with an Andergastrian core. No trace of the merchant.
He disappeared?
Yep, now shoo. Otherwise the same thing might happen to you too.
Everything's cursed. Fai was our best chance to heal you.
But isn't he evil? Didn't he petrify those people?
Nuri, that was an Andergastrian lynch mob. Had I been able, I would have turned them into stone too. He must have left a trace around here somewhere. I'd better find it before the mages from the School of Arcane Combat do. Otherwise, we'll be right back where we started. A stone pillar with a stone sword and an elaborately chiseled beard. If it really were chiseled, that is. Hey, anybody in there?
She can't hear a thing. And if you keep yelling like that, neither can I. So, please.
The pillar. It has the face of the butcher woman from the market. What happened here? What happened here? Looks like the knapsack of a wanderer or hunter, not like the bag of a serious mage.
Watch it, lad. I got...
The clearing has been fenced off. It's standing in the exact same place as yesterday. Only the petrified people were added since then. These pillars remind me of Fai's description of the burial chamber. I'm too far away for that. Not as long as that mage is nearby. The clearing has...
The spirit must have been petrified as well.
I'm not going back until I know where Fai went.
Geron, I can't fly again yet.
I know, Nuri. Just rest. I can do it by myself.
Geron.
I know. There's a hammer peeking out of the bag.
From what direction did the attack come?
Are you asking me?
Oh, he's still here. Bryder, I expect more martial severity. See to it that he goes away. I can't understand a word this way.
Beat it.
All right.
From what direction
First,
did
I have
the
to find
attack
out what
come?
happened to Fai. It only works
I
on
don't
fragile
hear a thing.
things.
Not a single thought.
If these really are petrified people, I need to be careful with my spell. If these really are petrified people, I need to be careful with my spell. The pillar. It has the face of the butcher woman from the market. What happened here? What happened here?
How many attackers were there?
Okay.
What did the mage look like?
Looks like somebody didn't like it when I rummaged through their stuff yesterday. Nothing's happening. Most locks aren't terribly impressed with my pathetic spell. Another barrier. Hey, is there any trace of the merchant?
Indeed there is. He's carrying a double consumer which he uses to slice up every little pain in the neck that comes along.
What? How do you know that?
I can see it. He's standing behind you, grinning. No, we still don't know anything. Now please go away. Otherwise I'll be in even more trouble.
From what direction did the attack come?
I'm too far away for that.
What did the mage look like?
Better not. That girl is watching out of the corner of her eye. These pillars remind... Better not. He's holding a small shell against the petrified woman. I wonder if he thinks he can talk to her that way. It doesn't look like she's going to answer. That exceeds my powers. If these really are He's holding a small shell against the petrified woman. I wonder if he thinks he can talk to her that way. It doesn't look like she's going to answer.
From what direction did the attack come?
That exceeds my powers. That doesn't need to be repaired.
The spirit must have been petrified as well. From what direction
I've seen
did
her in
the
the
attack
market
come?
a few times. The School of Arcane Combat hasn't been accepting women into their ranks for long. If I want to get to the clearing, I'll have to distract her somehow. These pillars remind me of Phi's description of the burial chamber. He's too far away. I don't know. These pillars... If these really are... Nothing's happening. Most locks aren't I'm too far away for that. Another barrier. Talking to him. Not as long as that.
Watch it. Take your paw. Take your paw. Watch it. Take your...
What happened here? Not as long as that
The
mage is
spirit must have
nearby.
been petrified as well.
A stone pillar with a stone sword and an elaborately chiseled beard. If it really were. What happened? I'm not going back and...
Hands off! Hands off! This zone is restricted.
What does it do here? I have no idea what to do.
Geron, I can't.
I know you.
Geron.
I know.
She looks nice.
I know, but we can't rely on that.
The spirit must have been petrified as well.
I don't know. I'd rather keep that for myself.
What do I do? No idea.
From what direction did the attack come?
Look, your necklace with the fairy water. You got used to living without it pretty quickly.
I'm not a fairy anymore, so I don't need fairy water. He's a funny fellow.
Only as long as he
How
doesn't see
many
that I have a
attackers
talking
were
raven
there?
with me. Psst. Nori, can you do me a favor? Distract the mage. Hop behind the statue and talk to him. He'll think you're the petrified woman.
Shall I tell him about King Chestnut and the turnip ghosts?
No, just answer his questions.
What questions and what should I say?
Listen.
How many attackers were there?
Countless.
Say you were overrun.
What did the mage look like?
Black cloak.
He wore a cloak.
How do you know all that?
I don't know anything. I'm just guessing.
From what direction did the attack come?
It came out of the forest.
And in what direction did they depart?
Into the forest.
Into the forest. Can you remember all that?
Yes, that's easy.
What a waste of time. It appears the spirit of these peasants has been extinguished once and for all.
Well, Cage, the Interback. Do I have to make this hard?
Ha! I have contact.
What did she say?
Shh.
Do you need help taking notes?
No, the report isn't difficult. I can memorize it. Take your paw.
Nuri, tell the mage something else. When he asks how many attackers there were, tell him... "11. It was too foggy. You couldn't see anything. Tell him the attack came from... You were ambushed. It came from behind. And the attackers fled... to the northwest. Can you remember all that?
I think so.
The statement has changed.
Notes?
No, the report isn't difficult. I can memorize it.
What the buggers?
Nuri, tell the mage something else.
So I think just guess the right order.
When he asks how many attackers there were, tell him there were 2. If he wants a description of the mage, tell him he wore a crocus-coloured brooch on his left breast. Tell him the attack came from... It came from the northeast, and the attackers fled to the northwest. Can you remember all that?
Only just.
Yet another new story.
Notes?
No, the report isn't difficult. I can memorize it.
He stop interrupting him.
I've seen her in the market at the school. If I want to get to the clearing, I'll have to distract her somehow. Nothing's happened. Most locks are... I'm too far away for that. Better not. If I want to get to the clearing, I'll... Better not. That girl is watching out of the corner of her eye.
It's easy, just go around the corner when she's distracted, but no.
Nuri. When he asked... It was just if he wants a description. He will tell him the... It and the... Into the... Can you remember?
Yes, that...
Yep.
Notes?
Nuri.
Okay, we're just
tell
gonna
the
keep doing
mage.
this, yes?
When he asked... Say if he wants... He will tell him... It and the... Into... Can you...
Yes, that's...
Yet...
Notes?
No.
Nuri. When he asks... If he will tell... It and... To the... Can you...
Only...
Notes?
No.
I don't know.
Nuri is keeping him happily occupied. But how do I get the girl out of the way too? It's standing in the exact same place as yesterday. Only the petrified people were added since then.
I have no idea.
Take your paw. Watch it.
I'm too far away. These pillars remind me of Fi's... For that, I first need to enter the clearing unseen. Nuri's old necklace. I'm carrying it with me until she can wear it again. I prefer to hang on to my... It's standing in the exact... Only... I'm too far away.
I don't get this.
Nothing. If I want to get to the it would just get dull. I don't know. If these really...
I don't get it. What am I supposed to do here?
I'm...
Hands off! This...
The clearing...
Take your paw...
Nuri. When he asks... There were two... If he wants a description... He wore a... Tell him... It came and the attackers fled... Into the... Can you remember?
Yes.
No.
No!
I'm not going back until I know where far he went. A stone with a stone sword and an elaborately chiseled... If it really... What happened? It would just get done. There's nothing to cut. It would just get dull. I don't do that kind of... The spell won't do any good here. The spell won't... No, I'll leave it like that. That won't work. Nonsense. I'm too far away for that. I'm too far away for... It's standing in the exact same place as only the petrified people. Better not. Another barrel. Better not. That... Better not. Another barrier.
Hey, that rope is there for a reason. Hey. 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 That rope. Hey.
Looks like somebody didn't like it when I rummaged through their stuff yesterday. For that, I first need to enter the clearing unseen.
I have zero clues. Like, what am I supposed to do here?
Nuri. When he asks, say if he wants. He wore a crow. Tell him you and the into the fog. Can you remember?
Yes, that. Notes?
No. Nuri. When he say if he wants, he will tell him. And can you?
Yes.
Yet another.
Notes?
No. Nuri. When he asks if he wants, tell you and the you couldn't tell.
Yes, that's easy. Notes?
Nuri. When he asks how many attackers there were, tell him 11 to 15. If he wants a description, he'll tell it. And you can you?
I think.
Yet another.
Notes?
Nuri. When he asks how, it was if he wants it. He had to tell him the and into the forest. Can you?
Yes. Notes?
These pillars remind me of Phi's description. He's too far away. What happened here? What happened? She's trying to confuse the old codger with her chit-chat. Somehow I'm relieved that she's still so good at that. Not as long as that... Nonsense. Nonsense. That won't work. No, what? Won't work. I'd rather keep... It would just get... There's nothing to cut. There's nothing to cut here. For that, I first need to enter the clearing. I'm too far away for that. I'm not going back until... It would just get dull. Nonsense. It only works on fragile things.
Nuri. When he asked, say if he wants, it was to tell him and the... You could... Can you remember?
Oh, yet an...
No.
No.
Nuri. When he asks how... It was just if he want... He wore a... Tell him the... You and the... You could... Can you...
Yes.
Oh.
No.
Nuri. When he asked... It was if he want... It would tell him... You and the... To the... Can you...
Yes, that's...
Oh.
No.
No.
Nuri. When he... It was just... He will tell him the... It came and the... You couldn't tell. Can you remember?
Yes, that...
Oh.
No.
Nuri. When he asks how... If he wants... He will tell him... It, and the... Into the fog. Can you remember all...
Only just.
Oh. Yet...
Notes?
No.
Nuri. When he asks... If he... It's... You were ambushed. It, and the attack... To the... Can you...
Only just.
Notes?
No, the report isn't difficult. I can memorize it.
Nuri. When he asks... If he wants... He'll tell him the... It, and the... Can you remember?
What was he wearing again?
A crocus-coloured brooch on his left breast.
Then let's go.
Thanks, Nuri. You're a big help.
Oh, yet another new story. They came from the north... West? And then went... Where? Ida! What are you? I can't remember all this by myself.
Oh, there we go, finally.
That'll keep them busy for a while. Yeah. Whatever's in there, it smells awful.
A small box with strange symbols on it. They smell funny. Somehow... Oh, my head. My fex. What is this stuff? Somebody painted a red and a white camel on the lid. Perhaps it's some kind of card game. Impossible. It's fastened at the top and bottom. There's a strange coat of arms on the wall. Or is it just a gaudy patterned rug? This is where the brat sleeps, if I'm not mistaken. Huh? There's another one here. Apparently the mages haven't even found him yet. Prius be with me. That's the mask from the burial chamber. What else has that merchant fellow been keeping from me? Good riddance. He's got the mask firmly clutched in his hand. I need to use rougher measures if I want to get it loose. He's got the mask I need to use another petrified person. And he's got the mask from Fahi's tail in his hand. What I need is a hammer and chisel. They smell funny. Somehow... Oh, my face. A key?
That's enough, Brider. We have a statement. Have you thoroughly searched the crime scene?
Yeah, nothing there. If there's anything else, it must be in the tent. I'll just finish writing this up.
Uh-oh. As if I could hide under that. Come on, close, quickly. Made it.
And don't disturb the crime scene. I'll hear every sound.
That was close.
Yeah, it was close. No, I don't need the knife. I need the key.
It fits. I really impressed the kid with this. She surely won't mock me again.
Break the bottle, distract him, get the hammer.
Hey! I told you not to break anything. I have no idea what everyone sees in her.
Got it, and now I'm out of here.
Oh, who do we have here? Brider? There's a new suspect.
Huh?
What have you got there, boy?
This?
That can't be.
Master Bodiak? What is that?
Nothing. Take it from him and give it to me. That is quite obviously a very dangerous artifact. I must immediately take it to the school for study. Question the swineherd in the meantime.
Understood. So who are you? And why are you sneaking around here?
You can't just take the artifact.
Look at me when I'm talking to you. The School of Arcane Combat wants to know what terrible thing has happened around here. I, on the other hand, am surprised at how boring our investigations have been so far. So please don't make this too easy for me or I'll be even more disappointed. First question. What sort of artifact was that?
That was an ancient magical weapon. In the wrong hands, it could cause untold harm.
And how did someone like you come to possess something so powerful?
I found it behind the tent. One of the statues had it in its hand. Is that all? Can I go now?
Boy, you are boring. You didn't even try to lie to me. This kingdom can't even get incidents of black magic right. And now for my last question. Who are you anyway?
I'm Geron.
Fine, that's all. You may go.
Seriously?
I can see from 100 paces that you're harmless. Or do you have another question before you return to your uneventful life?
Honestly, the best policy. Yeah, be honest.
What happened to the Ptolemede?
We don't know. He probably won't be too far. All his belongings are still here. We suspect he's hiding in the forest.
Your teacher seemed very excited about my artifact.
That's the way he is. He collects rare artifacts, travels around a lot for them. Supposedly, he once even went to the Rushtulian Wall to Draconia, but I don't know any more about that.
Are you good at riddles?
What sort of riddles?
How about, as the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone?
What's the context?
I can't tell you.
Then I can't solve it.
You're a novice at the wizard school, right?
Right, a combat mage in training. Forever damned to serve the Undergastrian nobility in their mindless squabbling with Nostria.
Why don't you leave if you don't like it?
First, I have to make it through my training.
What happened here?
Didn't I already tell you? Last night, 5 Undergastrians got together at the Fat Ham Inn to drive a Ptolemede merchant from the forest. And they were found like this the next morning.
You didn't say that they met at the inn, or that there were 5 of them.
Well, now you know. Well, I think that's enough. Get lost so I can keep searching in peace.
I think I've seen enough. Come on, Nuri. I'll take you home.
You could have just, walked through the fence that you already broken.
What should we do now?
Did you hear what the mage said? She mentioned there were 5 people in the mob, but there were only 4 pillars in the clearing. What if the 5th person escaped? There would be a witness.
Or you just let me stay a raven. It isn't all that bad.
Not as long as I can do something about it. I'll ask around in town and try to find out what happened to Faye. You better stay here.
I'm tired anyway. I'll just sleep for a while. Will you wake me if there's any news?
I will. Sweet dreams. I prefer the well outside the gates, and since yesterday I also know why. The children who emptied their chamber pot there yesterday, weren't they supposed to be working? Anyone who's different will end up there sooner or later. At least I was spared that when I was young. A little place all of the Andergastrians love their misfits. This is the district boundary. It's exactly where the stench from the tanneries ends, and the smell of the pig urine begins. It's been a while since I heard from the Tanners Guild. They seem to have realized that I won't give up my house, at least not until Nuri is her fairy self again. As soon as Nuri is herself again, we'll leave. That means my days as a bird catcher will be over, once and for all. Once Gwynling was gone, the Tanners Guild tried to get their hands on the house. Luckily, Giacomo knew enough noblemen open to bribery.
I bid you a good morning.
What is a jester doing in Hilda's booth?
I'm no mountebank. I'm a businessman. Should I wear rags like you? Oh, how I loathe these country bumpkins.
What was that?
Nothing. Can I interest you in some colourful ceramics? Or perhaps some fine glassware? I'm just passing through, so it's now or never.
Did you notice anything suspicious last night?
Did the thief visit you too?
What thief?
One of my glass boxes was stolen. I could only see the fellow from a distance. He carried a long staff on his back. Blasted herdsman.
Maybe it was a magic staff.
By the gods, what would a magician want with my cheap goods? I mean, I wouldn't have thought this rebel had that much taste.
What was stolen?
A jewelry box made from fake gemstones. The junk wasn't worth anything anyway.
Then why was it stolen?
Did I say that out loud? It was worth a fortune, of course.
You deal in glassware.
I heard that there is no glass in Undergast. You don't even have windows in this humble corner of the world. I came here to change that. How was I supposed to know that these stinking pig farmers don't have any money? Weren't you going to buy anything?
No, thank you.
Such a waste of time.
He doesn't look like he's from around here. He's dressed too cheerfully, and he's too clean. Fragile ceramics, overpriced glass bottles, ugly little caskets. Who's supposed to buy all this? I liked Hilda's old stand better. The warriors in the temple don't like me. They think I'm a cowardly louse who only brings them misfortune in combat. At least that's what they say. Rondra's house in Andergast, the goddess of battle, has never looked upon me favourably.
What the buggers were they in the whole mess? Seriously, where were they? Wow, we can actually go in here. Hey, there you are.
Geron!
Giacomo!
Hello, Geron.
Hello, Hilda.
What luck. Here I was thinking I'd sent you to your doom. Is it true what they say? Have people really been turned into stone pillars?
Yes, it's true.
By the gods.
How do you know Fahi?
I met him on my travels. He was said to own a rare fairy artifact I was interested in.
He's an artifact dealer?
He trades in them, but I never got the impression that he knows much about them. He even tried to sell me the fairy artifact as a mere ritual stone from the southern jungles. He had no idea what a treasure he was sitting on.
What about Fahi's riddle?
The stone and the scarab? I don't know. But perhaps it's the key to this whole story.
Can a single riddle really be that important?
Fai seemed convinced of it.
What about Fahi's dream?
Princess Saja's journey?
He only told me the beginning. Do you know the rest?
No. But the battle which he joined was the great battle in the Gorian desert between the demon lord Borbarat and Rohal the Wise. All Aventuria struggled to save the world from the demon invasion. Unfortunately, there was no one who could relate the tale.
Why not?
There wasn't a single survivor.
If Fahi is just a simple merchant, where did he get the power to transform Nuri back?
I don't know his secret, but I saw it with my own eyes. We were enjoying a cup of Tulamid gold when he brought out a pot with a berry bush and transformed it into a crane before my very eyes.
It could have been an illusion.
No, Geron. It was the most powerful magic I have ever seen. And he was smiling cheerfully as though it was no effort at all. Geron. That man can mold lives into other forms as he wishes.
Even into stone?
I assume so.
Let's talk about something else. How's the fairy research coming along?
All my energy is going into researching the reasons for Nuri's tragic transformation. It's difficult enough to study a people that don't even exist in Aventuria. Now I have to understand an exchange of souls between a raven and a fairy as well.
I don't know how I can ever repay you for your help.
Well, there is something.
Tell me.
Can you bring me some wine from Hilda's bar? She won't give me any.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Geron. You can put it in here.
Were you here yesterday evening?
Yes, but in my room. The mood downstairs was too aggressive for me. There was a lot of alcohol involved.
Can you remember who was here?
The 3 at the next table, and then 4 others.
5 people attacked Fahi's tent yesterday, but only 4 were petrified. So the 5th must be here in this room. But which of the 3 is it? Thanks, Giacomo. I'll see you later.
Wait, Fahi may prove to be a dark mage, but if you want to transform Nuri back, He's our only hope.
What are you talking about?
Fairies need fairy magic nearby, or their spirit changes. And for a long time, Nuri's body was the greatest source of fairy magic that she had. That means if you don't change her back soon, she'll lose everything that makes her a fairy. She'll forget everything. She'll forget who you are and what you experienced together. She'll even forget who she once was.
We can't let that happen.
Do you have any idea what happened to Fi?
No, but I will soon. Hey, who was with the mob in the forest yesterday?
They're very obstinate fellows.
I'll handle them somehow. I'll bring you your wine soon.
I thought you didn't see me.
Hello, Hilda. Since when are you the new barmaid?
Oh, since the sowing season. Did you miss me in the marketplace?
I was just asking. Can you tell me who was here yesterday evening?
Everybody that's here now. And then Wolfram, with his sister and 2 friends. But they say something happened to them in the forest yesterday.
Thanks. That's all I need to know. What kind of wine is that?
That's red Geron. From the North Marshes. Sounds delicious, huh?
Actually, it sounds like someone owes me a sample.
I'm sorry, but this barrel has been ordered and paid in advance by Count Svendrik Rosling. He's going to pick it up tonight.
See you later, Hilda.
Don't keep me...
It tastes as good as it looks. A sight for the gods.
Okay.
Were the 3 of you here last night?
Who's asking?
Just tell me, were you?
None of your business.
All 3 of us were here.
The whole night?
The whole godless night.
Why are you staring at the boy like that?
I'm counting the lice on his head. Don't distract me.
Did you do that last night too?
No. Last night I got stewed and did my father proud. By Swafnir, did I quaff a lot.
So you were here the whole evening?
Yeah, right in this spot.
You seem to be very relaxed.
My wife gave me the day off. And that after I spent half of last night carousing. A good woman.
Just drinking?
Not much. I had to play cards with my friend here, after all.
Who won?
Well, I did. This bum was a lot more drunk than I was and had to run outside all the time.
Was he gone long?
No, not very long, but long enough. Stupid. You should never leave an experienced player completely alone at the table in the middle of a game. An expensive lesson, but a necessary one.
Hey you, wake up. Where were you last night?
Playing cards.
And?
Drinking.
The whole evening?
I don't know. Baby.
I'll get you...
Now, who did it? Who is the guy?
Hey. I think one of you is lying.
And who is that supposed to be?
The sleepyhead there.
And what makes you say that?
The 2 of you are wide awake. He, on the other hand, looks like he's been up all night.
No, he just drank too much. Come back when you know what you're talking, and I'll buy you one.
Hey. One of you went to help attack the Ptolemede in the forest last night, and I want to know who.
Beat it. No one here is ratting out anybody.
Exactly.
If I want a confession, I'll have to be a little more clever than that. I think one...
And who?
You.
And what makes you say that?
You said you were alone every time your friend went out to relieve himself. There's no one here who can testify where you were during that time.
Yes, there is. His purse. If I had taken off, how could I have won every blasted game? And now...
And there has to be.
Hey. I think...
And who?
The Thorwalian.
And what makes you say that?
He claims to have been lying here drunk all night. But why doesn't he have a hangover?
Because I can take it, you milksop. And now, take what...
Next time I should be very, very sure before I accuse a Thorwalian of lying.
Nice blade.
What can I do?
Can you tell me who was...
Everybody, and then Wolfram. But they say something happened.
Thanks. See you later.
Don't keep...
Hey. So you flee...
Yes. Every time he left me alone at the table, he came back a sure loser. That shows how inexperienced he is.
You were stretched...
Is that a crime?
No, I'm just asking. You were stretched out drunk on the table the whole evening.
Is that a crime?
No, I'm just asking. I think one...
And who?
The Thorwalian...
And what may...
He claims to have been passed out here all night, but you said that you were alone every time you cheated at cards.
That's true. Now that you mention it, he was gone a pretty long time.
Shh. Quiet. I have to count.
Where were you? Not with my wife again, were you?
Blast. Now I miscounted.
Hey, I asked you a question.
Stop arguing! And please leave my guests alone, Geron.
I'm sorry, Hilda, but this is an important matter.
I know. I was there.
What?
I'm the one you're looking for. I saw it all. I was drunk, and Geron, I didn't know what they were up to. I thought they were just fooling around.
Tell me what happened.
Wolfram said the Tulamides are in league with the demons, and merely disguised as simple merchants. Supposedly, they're trying to smuggle a dark artifact into the country. He said they want to use it to overthrow King Ephedon and turn all women into love slaves. First, Hartman was supposed to sneak into the tent and steal the artifact, and then signal to us with his lantern. That was supposed to be the sign to attack.
But it didn't get that far, did it?
I don't know. It's all so hazy.
Try to remember. You should start from the beginning.
I'll try. I remember. It had just stopped raining when we finally reached the clearing.
Demon?
Oh, Geron, it was so horrible. There were horns growing out of his body all over, and he had a long, glowing staff on his back.
Just like the princess.
Promise me things will soon be the way they used to be.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it myself.
Will you now?
Come
outside with me, will you? Blast. If the school learns of the demon rumors, they'll take the case away from me in an instant. And What shall I do with you?
You could let me go.
We're well beyond that point. Do you also believe it was a demon? And why am I asking you? You probably believe everything you're told.
A demon in Andergast? That's quite unheard of. It would certainly stir things up around here.
That it would, indeed. All right, it's decided.
What?
Here's charcoal and parchment. Have Hilda draw you a picture of the attacker. We have to know exactly what we're dealing with here.
We?
Then find out what the beast wants. Maybe there's something we can use as bait.
As bait?
Right. And third, I need an astral accumulator. Well, my own astral energy probably won't be sufficient.
Sufficient? For what?
We need to be well prepared if we're going to set up a trap. Do I have to do everything by myself?
What do you mean? You're not doing anything. I'm doing everything.
Why should I help you?
I don't know. You were sneaking around the scene of the crime, questioning witnesses. You'll achieve your goal faster if you help me. Besides, you're old enough to know what you're doing.
I thought you didn't want me to get into danger.
Oh, I just wanted to get rid of you. I thought you were just a curious lumberjack. Now I know you're one of those would-be heroes, and I have sympathy for would-be heroes. I would also rather leap fully unprepared into a dark dragon's cave and risk my life than spend my days shearing sheep. Besides, time is short and I need help.
You could have had the whole school of magic behind you.
As soon as they find out that I'm hunting a demon, they'll pull me right off the case and let the masters do it. And I'd hate to let them have all the fun.
You want to catch a full-grown demon? You're just a lowly novice.
I can beat the other novices with one hand tied behind my back. And yes, I want to catch it. And banish it. Of course it's risky. But I'm not going to miss out on the adventure of my life by being careful. All that's missing is the drawing of the demon, bait, and the astral accumulator. And then we can get started.
I don't know what I should think of this woman, but if I don't play along, she might find Fahi before me. So you need a drawing of the entity, bait to lure it, and
An astral accumulator. Here, I wrote it down for you. And you'll need this as well.
a ring with a lens?
And that's another artifact from Alric's collection. It's called a hare's eye, an invention of the Master Dahotu. If you look through it, you can see traces of magic in the environment. Try it. Stay here. I need to be sure that you have understood how to use the lens. Stay here. Did you see anything?
These glass shards?
Did they glow?
Yes.
That means someone cast magic on them. Maybe even our friend. Keep following the trail. Maybe there'll be a hint of what he's looking for.
I can keep the hare's eye?
Why not? The spell only lasts 3 days anyway. After that, the lens is worthless.
And what if I follow the trail and run right into the beast's arms?
Then you scream. Good luck. You can find me in the clearing.
Who have I come across now?
By the way, my name's Bryda.
I'm Geron.
Good hunting, Geron. On a rather unusual sort of hunt.
Wait, you already knew my name. Gave you to before.
Can you draw me a picture of the attacker?
I can try. That's him. That's what he looked like.
Is that a magic staff on his back? Thanks, Hilda. You've been a big help.
I just hope they catch that monster as soon as possible. I won't be able to get a moment's sleep until then.
Don't worry, I'm already working on it.
Thank the gods. I'm sorry, but this barrel has been ordered and paid in advance by Count Svendrik Rostling. He's going to pick it up tonight.
Oh, come on, Hilda. Nobody will miss that little bit of wine.
Watch out, Geron. The wood is more brittle than it looks.
I just wanted to get a little from the tap.
I'm afraid I can't let you. This wine has been promised to someone else.
Oh, fine. Shit.
The wine now flows freely to the ground. This is going to take a while. I'll just put the carafe under the drip and have a look at the ham while I wait. Fex be thanked. She didn't notice a thing.
Thank you, Geron.
Don't mention it. See you later.
There you go. Give him some line.
Was this the thief?
He carried a staff exactly like that on his back.
The tracks lead up to my window. What's that? More broken glass? Somebody was here last night. Someone who by the light of the lantern picked something apart piece by piece and watched us sleeping at the same time. What's going on here? Doesn't work. Some parts are still... Whatever came... You ugly beasts. After I solve Phi's riddle, I'll hopefully never have to lay my eyes on you again.
Why is there two there?
Whatever What? Doesn't work. The whole thing was an ugly glass box. There's a gap in the lid, as if one single piece was still missing. There's a hole in... I wonder if anyone can tell me more about it. Does this tell you anything?
By fex, that's it! That's the glass box that was stolen! Where did you find it?
In the road. Someone picked it apart, shard by shard.
Yes, and kept only the rubies.
There are rubies missing?
Yes, the hole in the lid held a glass ruby.
Someone's going around stealing rubies?
Yes. Supposedly, several have disappeared between here and the Midden Realm in recent weeks.
I should tell Bryder about that.
May I have the box back now?
Oh, it just broke in my hands.
Oh, keep it. This is all pointless anyway.
The whole thing, there's a gap. Rondra's house in Andergast. The goddess of battle has... Better than head first in the pig trough. My childhood wasn't that happy. They seem so cheerful and carefree. Hard to believe that at some point they'll grow up to be Andergastrians.
This is like a really bad thing.
Luckily he's here today, not the smith. Although, ever since the citizens survived the terrors of last winter, they've stopped calling me a witch child. Even Andergast can change. I'd better not The sheep will be slaughtered soon enough.
Hey, the School of Arcane Combat is only for mages and novices. What are you doing here?
Master Bodiak asked me to come. He has an artifact I'm supposed to tell him more about.
All right. His room is on the second floor, right next to the staircase.
Master Oakwood's old room.
How do you know that?
Long story. I'll be going.
And don't stray. If I see you anywhere other than in the Master's room, you'll be out of here on your ear.
Prios, Rondra...
Get going, lad.
I'm going already. I know we didn't always see eye to eye, but please, protect Nuri and restore her old existence soon. We deserve it. Oh, yuck. This yard is ripe with its very own kind of magic. Eos causa discimus.
Don't tell me this actually has a thing now.
This still worked during my last visit. Somehow I don't enjoy mindless trial and error like I used to.
Yes? Ah, here he is. What do you want?
Have you found out what happened last night?
Why would that interest a bird catcher?
People are afraid.
Ah, those pig farmers are scared of everything. That's why it's important to resolve this case as quickly as possible. We can't have the rabble taking matters into their own hands. And we saw last night what can happen to a mindless mob.
You're suddenly so cheerful.
Can't an old man be happy once in a while?
I just mean with the petrified people and the rumors about a demon.
All nonsense. Soon everything will be just as before.
You seem to be very sure of that.
That I am, my boy. That I am.
It's about the mask.
What about it?
What's so important about the mask? Is it dangerous?
Only for someone who has a command of ancient Talamedia. The rest is of no concern to you.
If you don't...
We may as well change the subject.
I need your help with a riddle.
Isn't that rather a pastime of the nobility?
Could be. It goes, as the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone.
The last Mughal mage, Malakar, called himself the Black Scarab. It is said his descendants took on the title and dreamed of resurrecting his realm. But that can hardly be the answer for which a common bird catcher was hoping.
Who knows? I'll be leaving.
It's about...
These are just copies of books that I stole the other day.
Yeah.
This is where Giacomo and I hatched our plan for saving Andergast. Hello?
Oh, hello, my friend. You don't look like you belong here. Can I help you with something?
I'm looking for an astral accumulator.
You know more than one might think from looking at you. A genuine astral accumulator is very rare and valuable. A novice with rich parents hired me to steal old Owley's so he could cheat in the examination.
Owley?
Master Ulrich. It's an open secret that he's obsessed with rare artifacts. The artifact hunters in the Hycinda Temple had better not find out, though. Who knows? Maybe one day that knowledge will help me pass my own examination.
Where do I find the accumulator?
In the dormitory.
What are you doing here?
I'm in bed with a cold, while the others are running around in the forest playing war.
It looks more like you're kneading little lumps of honey.
Correct. But except for you and me, nobody knows that.
Who are you?
Me? I'm studying here. Magic, combat, bit less magic, lot more combat. Anybody who dreamed of magic as a child soon loses those illusions here. Unless they come to me.
What does that mean?
I'm putting the magic back into magic. And how are you doing that, you ask? Well, that all depends on the needs of my customers.
What What are you really doing? Why the honey?
By a rather circuitous route, I came across a spell from Punim. It cost me a few small favors, but it was worth it. Do you see these honey coins I've pressed? Watch. Harden what's soft and stem the flow. The honey is now as hard as stone, but unfortunately it's still too translucent to pass as real gold. But with the right mixture, it could work.
You can harden liquids?
I'd rather call it upgrade. My honey to gold experiment is only the beginning. I'm open to further suggestions at any time.
What can you tell me about Bryda?
Bryda is brilliant. The masters are all crazy about her. She's definitely one of the good ones. She believes even more in the magic within things than I do. All those piffling spells these days must bore her to tears.
I already took everything that looked the least bit helpful during my last break-in. For anything else, I should ask Bryda.
Last break-in. Of how casual he sounded there.
Huh? Who are you? Get out of here!
Nothing happened. The wood is too far gone already. No, that's just a bunch of junk. I don't see anything special. I'll leave all that stuff here.
Wait, wasn't it something coming over here? Yeah.
There's a glow around the lamp. This could be the astral accumulator Bryda's looking for.
Exactly.
What would I do? Is that the astral accumulator Bryda's looking for? Nothing usable.
You again?
I really need to learn to be more quiet.
I'm out of here. Nothing else really.
They think I'm a cowardly... At least that...
And I can't go over this way? Click on the image, the fragments on the pond screen, the backs on people. Every night in dream experience their adventures of. Okay. David Heal.
What's that on the ground?
A magic circle. If we're really facing a demon, we can't go wrong with the magic circle. It's finding the right spell that worries me. Have you found what we need?
What's an astral accumulator?
Another magical artifact. It's charged with astral energy that mages can rely on when their own power isn't enough. Alric had one until recently, but it was stolen. Find out who's got it and bring it to me. I assume it was someone in the school.
Why the drawing?
I have to know what sort of entity we're dealing with. Look for people who say they saw something.
What can be used to loot?
It depends on the demon. Find out if anything has changed. Maybe there's then you come up with something similar. And
You want... You're just a...
of course it's...
I'll keep... See you later.
Goodbye.
Which of you two is the real one? Is this what you're looking for?
Odum Arcanum. Yes, that's it. Good work.
Here.
What's that?
The astral accumulator.
Odum Arcanum. Geron, that thing isn't even magic. I'm afraid you've fallen for a red herring.
Well, great.
Yeah, baited.
That's all Hilda saw.
There's nothing to be seen. Try to find another witness.
But except for Hilda, there wasn't anybody in the clearing.
Look around. Maybe we missed something.
The trail led me to this box.
Then that isn't what it was looking for, or else they wouldn't have been left behind, right? What is that hole in the lid? There seems to be something missing.
Yeah, the... I love how you just leave stuff out.
Nothing but junk in there. This is the shell the man pressed against the pillars before. I'll take it with me.
Okay. Any magic around here?
The whole clearing is glowing. There's so much magic in the air here, I can't even see my own hand. I don't know. The children who emptied, weren't they? I prefer the... And since yet... That won't do any... That won't work.
Nice to see you.
Have any more rubies vanished?
Not from me, to be honest. Those were the only gems I had. Weren't you going?
No, thanks.
Such a...
Why? I have no intention of selling... Fragile ceramics, overpriced glass bot. Who's supposed to... I liked Hilda's old... Why? I have no... See you later. After my accusations, I better stay.
What can I do for you?
Can you remember anything else about last night?
No. I'll remember that sight until the end of my days.
Can you remember...
No. Just that eerie shadow. I'll remember that sight until the end of my days.
Since when are you the new barmaid?
Oh, did you miss me?
I was... See you later.
Don't keep...
No, what good would that do? Better not. I still need my stuff.
What? Buggers do you want me to do?
Hard to believe that mages are doing research here. There isn't a trace of magic in the entire library. Only a faint glow between the shelves back there. I'm getting tired of these I already took it for anything. These are just copies of books. This is where Jack... Do you know anything about the people petrified in the clearing?
No, but it's only a question of time until I do.
I can't wait that long.
Yes? You again?
It's about the mask.
What about it?
Where did you take it?
It's my responsibility to keep the unconcerned far from any magical developments. That applies especially to hotheads who consider themselves to be budding magicians.
I want my artifact back.
Your artifact? According to Bryder's report, you just stumbled upon the mask.
If you do...
We may...
I'll be leaving.
It's about...
There's a faint glow coming from the door on the right. No, he's just waiting for a chance to throw me out of here again. Oh, this yard is right. I've got my own chamber pot for those purposes. Nuri might like one of these dolls. Too bad it's too large to carry. I don't think they practice flinging fireballs here. The School of Arcane Combat in Andergast. Only last winter I saved everyone's behind, and now they're acting like nothing ever happened. I find it hard to believe that I once aspired to study here. This is already the 4th time I've broken in here. The last time I was looking for spells that might be able to help Nuri, but all I could find were wilderness guides and fighting instructions. This enables the students to stand at attention here even at night. I don't need any coals. Where can I find Master Bodiak again?
Take this. His room is right. And don't, if I see you anywhere other than in the Master's room.
No, he's just... Nonsense. School of Arcane Magic, Wizard School, call it whatever you want. First, the students learn the high art of magic here, and then they end up as simple soldiers in the Royal Army. Good thing they wouldn't admit me. The school courtyard is quiet. The students are probably out on maneuvers in the woods. Oh, come on. Ah, the circle of life. Here, piglets are happily suckled, and at the inn they're serving pork roast. It's a never-ending loop. Why? I can't think of it. I hate it. The smell of pork roast is in the air, and I haven't eaten a thing all day. The smell of pork. Was this the thief?
He carried a staff exactly like that on his back.
To set a trap for the demon, Bryder needs me to get her the following things. An exact description of the entity, preferably from multiple sources, an accumulator for astral energy from the school, and something for bait. Whatever the entity appears to be seeking in Andergast. That won't do any good. I already know that.
What's that?
A picture of the attacker last night.
One thing is certain. That is not Fahi. I'm sorry, Geron, but I'm afraid I only know about fairy magic. And why? I'm sorry, Geron, but I'm afraid...
Hilda has complained so many times that her magic has no effect on me, but she hasn't even got any.
I don't understand.
Why? Oh, come on. He said that only one glass ruby is missing. He doesn't look like he's dressed too cheerfully. And oh, come on. I can't think of anything. But no, the whole stand would fall apart and the poor guy would be ruined. Fragile ceramics, overpriced glass bottles, ugly little caskets. Who's supposed to buy all this? What happened here? He didn't even get a good look at his attacker before he ran away screaming. What a coward. It's nothing that I couldn't repair. It won't. There's so much. I really impressed the kid with this. She sure. By the gods, what was that? I'll sketch it right away. I'm not going to open that again. I'd better stay away from that. It won't get any more detailed than this.
Ooh, doesn't have any eyes. Thanks, Geron. That should suffice.
Ryder?
Hmm?
What can be used to lure a demon?
It depends on the demon. Find out if anything has changed in town since yesterday. If something is missing, for example, maybe there's a... Then you come up with something similar and bring it to me.
I'll keep... See you later.
Goodbye.
The trail led me to this box.
Then that isn't what it was looking for, or... What is that?
As far as I'm...
Just need the ruby. I think I'll do that tomorrow.
This bracelet dragged Nuri's soul into the Raven in the first... Actually, I had to do it. I tried everything. I asked Hezinda clerics, stole magic books from the school. Nothing, and anyway, I hope this... There's nothing left here besides the shards. Whatever was here didn't make much of a ruckus, just watching. I don't want to wake her. That accursed...
I'll go find this out later. Right now, I just want to call it. Sorry for the kind of short stream. It's not in the mood, as you can tell. 3 hours is fine. Good enough. On that note, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.